Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Nia Bia TV. If you're new here, I'm Nia. If you're not new here, then welcome back to my channel. So let's just get right into it. If you can tell by the title, then you know I'm going to be talking about why do women hate other women? Why are women evil to other women? Why do we talk down on other women? So let's just get into it. I got my notebook right here and I wrote a lot. So first thing I wrote is, are we mean to other women because we're territorial? Like, is it in our nature to be? And then I said, I think there's another way. It's another way that we can go about it. You get nothing out of putting another woman down that does not bring you up. In no way, shape, or fashion does that bring you up or make you better than the next person because you're putting someone down. So what? If another woman knew better and still did wrong, so what? You have to. I have to. Sometimes we do know better and sometimes we still choose the wrong choices, and that's okay. But putting someone down, saying that they should have did this or they should have did that is wrong, period. Because a lot of times in situations for yourself, you knew better too and you still did wrong. So do not put someone else down, say they should have did this, they should have did that. You should have did the same thing, but did you? No. I feel like we need to give other women more grace. But that starts with giving ourselves more grace. Everything starts with ourselves. We give so many passes to men that give us nothing. Excuse my French, but they call us bitches, they call us whores, they call us sluts, and we laugh along with it. We say, ha ha, yeah, she is that. Or sometimes we say nothing and we just let it go by. Especially as Black women, we stand up and try to save every single person, but we don't stick up for each other enough. And not even just Black women, but women in general. We need to stick up for each other more than we do. And we need to stop going along with gossip and putting each other down because it's not helpful. It's just adding to the problem. We okay with a man or somebody else calling another woman out their name until it's our mom, until it's our sister, until it's our daughter. Now we're mad. We're okay if it's happening to somebody else, but when it happens to us, now the whole world needs to stop. Treat other women how you want to be treated. We know how hard it is for us. So why make it harder on the next woman? It's just crazy to me because women will talk down on you or talk down on the next woman about the same things that they do. The same things. Might be the same things that they do in private, but it's still the same things and it's hypocritical. No one is above you and no one is below you. And you need to move in this world like that. Don't be trying to put nobody else down and don't put yourself down. Don't be trying to put someone up above you and don't try to put no one below you. We are all humans and we all fall and we all make mistakes. I feel like a lot of women's problems with each other is rooted in mommy issues or not having good relationships with their sisters or not having sisters at all. I'm not saying this to look down on anyone that is dealing with this, but once you become an adult, it is your responsibility to find ways to heal that. Whether it's therapy, whether it's finding resources and videos, talking about these topics, but it's up to you to make a change. Because what's not okay is dimming another woman's light to make yours shine brighter, because that will never be the case. Your light will be burnt out quicker. Own your insecurities in yourself and stop projecting it onto other women because they don't deserve that. And honestly, you don't deserve the way that you speak to yourself either. Stop being envious and instead be inspired because we all have free will and we all have choices. There's nothing beautiful about being a hater. Never think that something just could never be you because life has a funny way of humbling you. Our brains don't even fully develop and mature until our mid-20s. While that's not an excuse for bad behavior, stop beating yourself up for past mistakes. You were ignorant, you were naive, and you thought you knew best, but you really didn't. Like all of us. Every woman I know in high school, middle school, early 20s, they have made some mistakes that they really regret, that really wasn't a reflection of who they are. I don't know one woman that has not. I don't know one that has not. Stop belittling women. Women, stop doing that. And this matters because when you have daughters, it will affect them the same way. And how will you handle it? Are you gonna have this narrative like you were perfect your whole life and you never made one bad choice? Or are you going to be graceful and understanding and share experiences that you went through that you hope they try to avoid? Are you going to be realistic and know that they will still fall sometimes and make mistakes? Or will you condemn them for making mistakes that could have happened to anyone? Are you going to give unconditional love or shame? Are you going to educate them or belittle them? We all have choices, and what you do with your choices are up to you. But own it. There's enough judgment and there's enough hate in the world. Learn something different. Like, I'm encouraging you to learn something different. And I'm not saying all this to say that I'm perfect. And anything that I speak on is a daily practice that I'm working on every single day to making sure that I'm moving in an intentional way and that I'm not putting anyone down because of my childhood trauma or my trauma just as a person. You need to do the same, especially when you become of age. It is your responsibility to not be harming other people because of what you've been through. So when it comes to having daughters, pray over your tone, pray over your delivery when you're having these difficult conversations. And it takes practice. You're not always going to get it right. You're not always going to say the right things, but pray for the guidance to be able to, because it really matters. This will affect their whole lives and how they interact with other women. Teach them how having high standards and morals gains the most respect and prevents them from low-class experiences and people. I feel like a lot of times parents, they just seem like they're mean, or they're just judgmental, and it's like kids don't really understand where you're coming from. And then sometimes parents will be like, don't question me, or just do as I say, and all you're going to be met with is resistance when you move like that. You cannot be the person that you needed to your kids. You have to be the person that your kids need. You need to be the person that you needed to yourself. You need to mother yourself. But you cannot put that onto your kids. What your kids need may not be what you needed. You need to come back down and reevaluate why you even had kids. Was it a selfish reason, or was it to guide this whole individual human being that is going to make their own choices, their own mistakes, going to have their own path? You need to reevaluate your motives and what are you doing this for, and why are you here? And ask yourself questions. Question yourself. Teach them integrity and how it's important to be a good friend. But before they can even be a good friend to anybody else, they need to be a good friend to themselves. They need to tell themselves that they're beautiful. That they need to tell themselves that they respect themselves. That they have love for themselves. That all the love they seek is within themselves, so they don't go out into this world and try to get love from somebody else that doesn't really love them. Teach them that it's okay to take up space. That it's okay to have a voice. I know that say women should be seen, not heard, but our voices matters. We have something to say. Our voice can create change. So teach them that. Don't teach them to quiet their voice at an early age, because then that's when they start accepting things and they don't speak up because they feel like they shouldn't speak up. It's not their right to speak up when it's their birthright to speak up, and it's your right to speak up when something is uncomfortable too. You gotta lead by example. You can't be telling them all these things, but then you're contradicting yourself with your actions. How they need to learn through action. So if you're waking up, having structure for yourself, treating your friends right and with loyalty and respect, and you are showing love to your friends, they're gonna treat women the same way. It matters. What they see matters. How you speak to them, the tone in which you speak to them matters. It matters. You're gonna affect all their relationships, all their friendships. So work on yourself. Work on how you speak to yourself, your tone and your delivery with yourself, because it all starts with yourself. Own your flaws, own your past mistakes, own your choices. Accept it, embrace it, love it, because it taught you something. It taught you something. And even those things that you hate to look at, that you hate to think back on, look at it, because it is a part of you. And I don't know one person that has not made a bad choice. Not one. So why are we putting each other down? If anything, we need to be more understanding. The world already wants chaos. It wants us to be put against each other. Let's learn something different. Let's do something different. Let's lift each other up. There's no reason to be envious. If you see someone that has something that you want, it's showing you that it's possible, it's obtainable, and you can have it too. Learn from them. Listen to them. Listen to the mistakes they've made. Stop with this hate that we have for each other. You know, like, and I'm not saying this to say like I've never been mean to a woman, because I have before too, and I don't like that. Because I feel like if I'm being mean to you, that's really me being mean to myself. And I don't deserve to be mean to myself, and I don't deserve to be mean to you. You don't deserve that. We just gotta get more secure in ourselves, get more confidence in ourselves, and find the confidence in ourselves that doesn't involve bringing down the confidence in someone else. And it's a practice. I know all of this sounds easy to say and it's harder to do, but it's a practice. And every day you have a new choice. Every day you have a new opportunity to do new choices. You can be a different person if you really try to be. And also apologize. Learn to apologize. Even if you didn't mean to hurt someone's feelings, you cannot manipulate someone by saying, oh, I didn't hurt your feelings. If they say their feelings are hurt, accept that and apologize. Don't be scared of your emotions. Don't be scared of being emotional. Being emotional is a superpower. I am proud of my emotions. You can never use that to make me feel bad. Yes, I am emotional and I love it. I love that I can feel my emotions. I love that I can express my emotions in different ways. I love that I have emotions. Like, I love that I can feel. I love that I'm a human. I love that I'm experiencing this. I see that in other women. I see that they have emotions too. Hold space for them too. It's not just all about you, but it starts with you. Self-love isn't always effective. Difficult conversations are though. And if you can afford it, I encourage everyone to seek out therapy. See if your insurance can cover it. I know I'm about to start therapy, so I encourage all of you to as well. And also, like I said earlier, start mothering yourselves. Like, if it's something that you needed in your childhood that you feel like you didn't get, do that for yourself. Speak to yourself. If you want to be told that you're beautiful, tell yourself that you're beautiful. If you want something pretty one day, buy something pretty. Like, do little things for yourself that you always wanted. That feeds your inner child, that makes your inner child happy. It's never too late. And then that takes away some of the resentment that you may have towards your mother or towards your father, because you no longer seek that from outside validation, because it's all within. All the love is within. Everything that you seek is within. That is why I feel like women are mean to other women, because it starts with us, because we're mean to ourselves. So work on your relationship with yourself. Work on how you talk to yourself, how you love yourself, because it's going to affect every relationship in your life. It's going to affect your kids. It's going to affect your kids' kids. It's going to affect your friends and your parents and your aunts and random strangers you meet, your clients. It's going to affect everything. So work on how you speak to yourself. Have those difficult conversations. Seek out help, whether it's therapy, whether it's different resources, or whether it's books. Seek out things that can really help you and make the change, because I believe in you. I just really would love to see a world where women are just nicer to other women for no reason, just because. Where we smile at each other, where we give each other random compliments more, where we lift each other up, where we clap for each other and stand up for each other way more. Even if we not where we want to be, we still clap for someone else. I just pray for more love for us and more encouragement for us. And I just pray that we just continue to grow and evolve into better women that can raise really good women as well. I hope somebody resonated with this video. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.